Okay guys, that's our last match of the season. Let's make this one count.
Wenn sie zu mir kommen, mich überraschen, ziehe ich sie zu euch und fertig.
Alles klar.
Alright, so medium's Gamma, light's Theta, heavy's Kappa.
Roger.
Alright, here we go. Driver Lance, Theta is yours. W key. Roger.
Alright, can't see anything. Stacking up in Theta.
I keep getting seismic. Can you see them?
Yeah, they got heavies up here as well. Kill anything that moves.
Lights, just give us some scouting. That's probably the best thing for you guys.
Roger, moving to E4.
Here they come.
What do you see? What do you see? 100 and Delta 4 on. Alright guys, comms, got it.
Yep, prepare to fight, call target.
Pushing our
guys.
Here we go. That big next to moved up. That big next to moved up. Copy that, okay.
Wait for them to come to us.
Roll into them.
I'm rolling.
Rolling.
There's Max D3 coming from our right, guys.
Yeah, we got this.
I want to call something and I want to see it dead in seconds. Make it happen.
Okay, auf 3. 1, 2, 3. Go.
Guys, we need to get on top over here quick.
J'ai un Stormcrow qui me casse les couilles dans le dos là.
Keep going, let's go.
Go. Everybody in.
Got him. Nice.
Lock, crouch down.
That's all they can move, guys. Go now.
Bravo's leg.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Yep, get out of there right now.
Take care of that Black Knight, pecking his nieces.
So kill him now. Push forward, guys. Push forward.
Nice fucking job. Just run. Stay alive and run.
Nice job, everyone. Well fucking played. That is how it is done.
Fuck yeah, man. Well done.
I can forgive you for shooting me in the back.
Alright, keep your eyes active, guys. Don't have scouts on this one, so we're gonna have to all scout.
I'll be there soon too. We've got mechs on the way. You guys got this.
Sounds like a fucking ambulance 911 call.
We are headed into drop 2. 2 lights, 4 mediums, 2 heavies, 0 assaults on skirmish. Let's take a look.
We need to spread out a bit. We need to see where from they're coming, and then we will.
Alright boys, manly men. We're gonna take some fire, we're gonna put fire out.
Just make sure you trade well.
Yeah. So, stopp, wir ändern Bewegungsrichtung, Drehen.
Schon zu weit.
Yeah, we need to go it now.
Yes.
Keep it up, hold your ground. They have a lot of guys beat up CGs.
The light is peeking at us rapid 4.
Yep, you got one right here.
We're doing all right, guys. We're up by 2. Stay cagey. 3 remaining. We got this one. All right, guys, let's do this.
Oh my fucking lord!
Foxtrot is crit CT.
Alright, light going behind him,
Hey, Charlie, come on, guys, finish him.
Side doors up.
Prepare for rubbing speed!
Stormcrow, Charlie.
Tir d'opportunité sur le couverture par l'ultra là.
Oh, and he got the kill.
And with a second shot, takes down Imminent with the double.
Derrière, bravo.
Dans les jambes toujours.
Like, go back.
Don't panic, just do it.
Yes!
It was a great match, back and forth, all sorts of stuff going on, incredible shots, things we've never seen before, and things you don't get to see.
Good job, Dara.
Yeah.
All right, folks, welcome back. Give me just a moment here, making sure that, okay, yep, I can see the stream is live. Just a moment. Reaching out to officials here for... Hey guys, I'm reaching out to officials. We're getting a request for just a slight delay. And so give us just a moment here.
I'll tell Bacon if Livish hasn't already.
Yeah. But welcome back. We're up to our third cast for the day. Vigilance versus Revenants. Bowser asking for a slight delay of the game, so hold on, we're confirming between everybody here. In case Bacon's not seeing Discord in the ticket section. So real quick. So this lineup. Vigilance, week 1 went up against KDC Underwater Handyman, beat them out 3-0. Moving them forward, and then Revenants went up against Mantra, beat them 3-0. So we've got 2 teams that have not lost a drop yet, going head to head. So it should be interesting. And Fire Ant, welcome. You'll be our third person in the booth for this match.
Thank you. Howdy, everybody.
Who, of course, will be playing in the 4th match happening.
Yep, I'll be going, depending on how long this match runs.
Right.
Possibly going straight from casting this right into my team's voice comms to get ready for our drops.
Yeah. No be giving out any of your secrets while you're still in this channel. So. All right, we're getting some confirmation stuff here.
I'd offer to help with warm-ups, but I don't know if that's allowed, and I don't know how long this is going to go. So
right. And
it may not be available anyway.
Yeah, and we do have like I said, a slight delay being requested, so we do apologize, folks. It happens. So nice thing we do have the officials available, so this is why we have them, so that we can reach out and say, hey, need you. I am not an official. I cannot make those kinds of calls. I can simply say, let me get the people in charge.
Help.
My job is to sit here and try to make this stream look pretty.
Oh, that's a lot of Revenants.
That is a lot, yes.
I'm gonna just put Bacon back up there with them.
Yep, there you go. Bacon's a scrim. Yeah, we say we do have another match happening an hour and 45 minutes after this one. So in which time we say we're going to lose Fire Ant because Fire Ant will be competing in that one, and we're going to be gaining Bacon Lord, who is currently competing in this one. So once I have confirmation that we're ready to begin this part, I will switch over to the map band scene. For now, I'm just going to leave this scene up because, yeah, I don't have many other scenes to base things off of. Oh, hold on. I'm getting... second. Okay, never mind. So I'm being told to start the map ban, so I'm going to switch over the map ban scene.
All right.
Oh, there we go. All right, so here we go. Map banning.
Oh, I'm ready.
Map choice. Map choicing.
The celery is awful.
Oh, that's not good. Careful with that. I'd say if it's green, don't eat it, but it's celery, so watch out for watch out for the nasty black spots on those, because that means that probably gone bad. All right, so we are doing the map ban. Waiting for Vile to pick their first map.
No, Bowser's here.
Yep. I believe it starts with Vile, does it not?
Vial is Team 1.
Yeah.
So it should. Alright, well I guess we're gonna have two matches today that start with 7 people.
Yeah. I've never seen what they see for this part to choose what they gotta choose, so I'm wondering if each of them are waiting for the other one to start the banning process.
Oh, never mind. Vial's up to 8.
And I said you instead of your. English hard.
It's funny, I've seen both Quicksilver and Dire in the last 30 minutes in quick play.
Oh, yeah. Oh, in quick play. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Back over to the right Discord channel. Now I see stuff. There you go.
Oop,
Canyon
Vial went
Network.
first, Canyon. Which is cool, because on the map strat, that's already the #1 position.
There you go. All right. Revenants about to choose their first map. Make their first map choice. The second drop. Luthien. All right.
Luthien.
While choosing the third drop.
It is interesting that Luthien is getting picked more often now. As I remember last week you were saying that so far only the losers bracket did.
We're having it up in the beginning of one of the first 3 drops, yeah.
Yeah, but now
then week
both
1.
sides are.
Well, in week 1, all those were being chosen. Rubelite was, or Ruby, by the way. Luthien was being chosen as 4th or 5th. So yeah, it's interesting to see that changed around. Tourmaline and then mining.
Well, same order as previous match, except Luthien and Ruby have flip-flopped.
All right.
So
and,
I don't have to do much.
All right, well, there's your first side swap right off the bat.
Vial is Team 2.
No swap going into Luthien.
Vial is Team 2 for both then.
Okay, waiting for Vial to choose for Ruby.
Which is actually nice, because Bacon joined in the lobby first, so technically he got the Team 1 spot, so I don't actually have to do a switch.
Right.
Vial
Ruby.
is now Team 1.
Okay, Ruby will be a switch. Tourmaline. Maybe. Okay, no switch.
No switch. So Vial is Team 1 again.
And mining will have a switch. Alrighty.
That
On
means
that.
Vial will be Team 2.
Okay. Sides are already correct, yes? Yes, they are.
Should be. Alright, switching to Canyon. It's all NA, so that's fine. Just got to put it on Canyon.
Alright, started their 5-minute timer. Let's do this.
All right, so our map order will be Canyon, Luthien, Rubelite, Tourmaline, Mining.
Correct.
Did I get that right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Was
My
replaying
launch
another
message is typed out.
Okay. All right. So currently, Team 1 is sitting at 700 tons. Oh, 600. Damn it. They took it away from me.
I believe before the map ban, they were sitting at 905 tons.
Oh, was it? No. Well, I know that. I know some teams were warming up ahead of this. So, and it's nice to have everybody on the bench ready and say, all right, let's go.
Yep, definitely helps to have a few backups in case someone has a real life emergency or disconnection issues. or if they just, depending on how the other team is playing, if they wanted to make a deck adjustment, have someone more specialized fit in a different mech.
Right.
It only gives you more options to have more people available on the bench.
I remember last time that I cast, someone was actually playing, saying, "Hey, yeah, there's a flood in my basement. Let's go."
Yep.
That's like, holy crap, really? They're having really bad weather. All right.
I didn't have flooding, but during the cast earlier, I did actually have some construction going on in my house, so I was hoping it wasn't going to be too noisy. Thankfully, Discord's noise cancellation is pretty good.
Yeah. All right, Team 1's got 3 minutes left locked in, and they're locked in. Oh, learn to type, Starwolf. All right. I'm going to switch you guys over to lobby view. You guys know the map, Canyon. All the draw spots are right there next to Sigma and Gamma, so no real major strategy for this. More scenes. Yes, Brios, I need more scenes. You're going to hear this 7 minutes later. I should make some kind of standby scene. Who needs standby scenes? Yeah, I'm trying to fill in the officials like, okay, this is where we're at. Don't worry. Because, of course, what they're seeing is 7 minutes ago. All right. My guess is that Team 2 is going to be locked in pretty quick, though. Because, yeah, unfortunately, 7 minutes ago, we're still waiting on the map ban scene there, so we got it. We're good.
We got there.
Yep, and Bowser would like to request, I'll make sure to do H time for each 1 minute countdown. Which they haven't even used. They're about to use 1 minute so far, so. I'm happy to provide that for everybody. Usually I give it 2 minutes. So I'll do the, here's your 5 minutes. Hey, you've got 3 minutes left. Sometimes I'll do the 2 or 1 minute left. Oh. All right. Wonder if they're just doing some interesting swaps, or if somebody might be having connection issues. Hope not. All right, gotta give them their 3 minute mark. Yeah, just a second here. Give them the 3 minute mark. Yeah, remember, if anything ever comes up, remember to reach out to the officials. That's what they're here for. And we have a lot more officials. We've got plenty more officials than what we used to in the past. So they are always willing to help, do what we can to accommodate if anything comes up.
I would just like to point out that there are 4 different first place badges on file.
Yep. Alrighty.
Yeah, that's something I hadn't noticed. Definitely an indicator of where these guys are coming from. A lot of comp veterans, high-level comp veterans, so I expect this to be a pretty good match here.
Yeah.
Because Revenants has a lot of comp veterans as well.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of second place badges up there and whatnot, so there's a lot of podium placement in this match right now.
Right.
And I can actually say myself included.
Except you're over in the spectator spot, so we can't see all your you can't see your stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't have my camera on, so I can't show the 6th place DPS trophy that is sitting on top of my tower over here that belongs to my better half.
Oh, I should have brought my Vapor Eagle trophy with me.
Ah.
Oh well.
All right, gonna give them their 1
Still
minute.
sitting at my desk at home.
So we're not quite there.
I don't think
We're not quite
Go ahead.
there. We're not quite there. They've still got a minute and 20 seconds, but I got my 1 minute remaining speech ready.
I was just gonna joke that I don't think I ever got a 6th place trophy when my team was there. I'm like,
Oh, Level actually did that for his team for that year.
nice.
So yeah, so they did it for the mech that they were most known for that the whole thing, and it's got LED cool stuff lights up. But yeah, hers is a flea on this little trophy. It's pretty neat.
Cool.
And then Mitsu complained because he wasn't on the team, and so I modeled his Warhawk RV profile picture, and we sent him that.
There you go. All right, so they got back. They do words need to be nerfed. All right, so they do have 8 on the roster. They're all green. 30 seconds less than 30 seconds remaining. I'm gonna say 20 seconds just because. But I think they're gonna be locked in. And they're locked. All right.
There they are.
Let's go. And Rabid says, Abins.
Abins.
That does sound like something he would say.
All right.
Hey, Rabbit, guess what? Skibbity Sigma toilet. Get wrecked. Get wrecked, nerd.
Okay, you win. All right. See, everybody.
I even said it wrong, but whatever.
Yeah, well, yeah. All right. Waiting for Iba and Yami to connect. My fingers at the ready on the match button.
Just from the loading screen here, I can see from Revenants, Jimmy with an E in the Fleece 17. That's a bit of an interesting choice. Not a bad mech, but when you're running a Flea, you usually see either the 19 or the Fire Ant variant. Haha.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, Fire Ant talking about a Fire Ant. The irony is not lost on me.
There you go. All right. Still waiting for Yami to connect. Everybody else is.
All right, I
Good.
just connected, so
Yeah. Pings
we're
are
still in normal load times.
Yeah, only Iba's got the super high pay. Well, it's below 300, but
There is a Flea 19 that Cauterizer is driving, so we do have We do have 2 fleas this match.
okay. And Yami connected. Whew. Okay. Oh, timers,
Not too
man.
strange to see Fleas on Canyon. The speed of the Fire Moth, still good, but not quite as vital on a map as small as Canyon.
All right, here we go. Sleepy Human. Love the Warhorns. Sleepy is in a Bull Shark with small lasers, ER large lasers. Iba in the Vulcan with snub nose PPCs and mag shot. Villain in the Roughneck with medium pulse, ER large. We have Cougar in the Vindicator with ER mediums, binary. Canadian DJ and Summoner with large and medium pulse. Bacon Lord in the Trebuchet with medium pulse, binary lasers. Carbon Fire in the Corsair, ER large Gauss rifles, and finally Jimmy with an E in the Flea 17 with small lasers and medium pulse lasers, and he's already getting some action probably here at Theta. It is.
Yep. Flea on flea action. Meanwhile, Violet looks like they're going to go mid to long. They've got a Bane with Ultra 2s, 11 of them, which I actually made last night. A Summoner that's the LPL and MPLs, an LPL, MPL, XE, and then a ER large Gauze Nightgyre.
All right, my change on the spreadsheet did not change. The score sheet will change on the phone info, so you'll know which side is which. Currently, it is flipped. Stand by for that change.
Does look like there's a small fight going on over at Epsi too, with the Jenner 2C versus the Vulcan. Just barely preventing that Epsi cap so far. Second hit. Who's this Vulcan? Iba. Iba's left leg has gotten hit twice, forcing them to pull away from Epsi. And Theta still remains uncontested too. So right now Vile is up with a 2-1 cap. Oh, there they go. They finally got Epsi.
Cauterizer, though, from Vile doing a good job running through Theta now and then. It's still neutral, but I think it is in Vigilance's favor. Should only take a couple seconds on there to take it. But there's Jimmy. From Revenants, flipping it back towards Revenant's side. Still not able to take control of it.
Yeah, I guess we'd have to ask the people that make the game if there's actually this hidden little mark that we don't see of, if you run back and forth inside it enough times, is it actually capping?
Yes, it does.
There you go. Okay, I didn't know that, but there you go. Jimmy takes him. So Theta
Yep,
now
from right in the
belongs
middle.
to Revenants.
From right in the middle, it takes about 5 seconds to flip it from straight in the middle to one team's side. So if you have it, so you can see it's just barely sliver capped on Revenant's side.
Right.
If Cauterizer runs back on there, it'll take him about 10 seconds to flip it back to Vile's side.
Yeah,
the Revenants getting a little more on the Theta now. Go ahead.
The best way for me to visualize it is that there's a little line that's right in the middle, and it has to get through that shaded yellow area before it can actually start capping.
That makes sense.
So,
honestly, it would be nice if we were able to see where that line was. Kind of a minor detail, but sometimes helpful.
Yeah, that's true.
Vile is building up on this Kappa side. They've got the Xe Summoner, Shadowcat, and the Vulcan over here. They might try and box Revenants into this corner here.
They do have to be careful not to overextend, though, because with a couple of those big mechs back in junk pile and near their spawn, if they wrap too heavily on Kappa side, they could get away from those two mechs and put themselves at a numbers disadvantage. Just depends on what scouting information Revenant sees and what they're able to do with that.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised they're not trying to push Trash Pile, because there's a Night Gear, a Bane, and a Jenner 2C over here, with that Jenner being the only interdiction. And there's a good amount of cover here from both this Night Gear and Bane. They could probably make it up and at least pick one of them.
Although then again, Revenants does not have to make a move just yet. They're up a decent amount on tickets, and they're still holding 3 capture points. So the impetus is on Vile to make the move here.
This is true. And it does seem that Revenants is doing a slightly better job at retaining their health. Both teams are still green percentage-wise, but the number of individuals in 90% or 89% is higher for Revenants than Vile. At least in the light pack. Because when you get to the bigs, that's starting to shift a little bit now.
Although Vile making a move, potentially looking to take Epsilon here, with 4 mechs directly covering it. Revenant still has some good Overwatch, though. It's going to be tricky to take. And I think Vile's seeing that and pulling back a bit.
Sleepy's down to 73%, but he still has most of his frontal armor. He's just missing arm armor and rear armor, so he just got hit by a strike. But aside from that, Lizzie, and Bacon are the lowest. How's Lizzie doing over here in the B? Lizzie's CT is orange armor already, which normally wouldn't sound that bad, but these are 2 teams where single digit percentage differences definitely will matter in build up.
Oh, over on the Kappa side, as I'm sitting here focusing on the FC.
Yep, Vile potentially looking to make a move here. They do outnumber Revenants on this side. If they're able to see that difference, especially with the Summoner and Executioner coming up pretty quick here, they might be able to pick those 2 mechs, but it looks like Canadian DJ and Cougar from Revenants here seeing that they are overmatched and wisely falling back to not lose their mechs.
And
Vile continuing to push forward, though.
There you go.
With 6 of their mechs here, they're making a pretty concerted movement.
They're also making a slow push on Epsi with the Bane and whatnot, so it looks like they're going to try and get a cross angle, especially with that Bane on the Bull Shark over there.
Yep.
Quicksilver up in the front, down to 57%.
Well, Villain's going to go down first, though.
Yep, there you go.
Looks like we may have a light mech closing on some of those bigs from Vile. If they take off too many to go after those bigs, though, they might lose the numbers here. And we can see Revenants in the main body here kind of scattering a bit. Vile with the more concentrated numbers here. Cougar does take down Lizzie in the Bane. So we are back to even on kills, though. Looks like Quicksilver Aberration goes down, but Canadian DJ right on the edge of going down as well.
Yami goes down first. There goes Canadian DJ.
There's DJ. Seems like Bowser might be next in the night gyre, though he's all the way in the back still trading with the bull shark, so it might take a second longer.
Vile taking that gamma cap, starting to get a handle on that. It is very close here, and now we're back to... Oh, we were even for a second, but Revenant stays 1 kill ahead. Revenant's also flipping back Kappa, and soon to be Sigma. There's nothing to contest Sigma. With how much Revenants has on cap here, about to have 4 points.
And it's 650.
Regardless of how the kills go, I think they're going to take this on caps.
I think you're right, and I don't think there's anything that that Vile can do at this point just to counter the cap game.
They would have to finish up these kills so fast and then split to the wins for caps. They are retaking Theta, slowing the bleed, but they're still down 3 caps to 2, losing Sigma. And we're at the point now, there's nothing close enough to Sigma. I think Revenants would take it just on Sigma cap. And so while we are even 4 kills to 4, Revenants is going to take this one on caps, probably.
And with Sleepy also guarding Epsi, like, this is just going to go down even faster. I don't think the Summoner has the health to be able to contest even Sleepy. Yeah, no, he's 1 tap. Yep, there he goes. Bye, Jiffy. Sorry, Jiffy. Yeah. Yeah, it's over.
So a very close fought match. The team's largely even on armor, spreading the damage across all their mechs throughout most of that match. Vile making a good move at the right time in the match to try to overcome the cap deficit, but not able to get a decisive win in that mech fight and not coming out head on kills. And Revenant's able to kind of stall out the match long enough, get a little bit of an advantage on kills, and win it on caps.
All right, here's your stats for that match. On Revenant's side, top damage, Sleepy Human was 628. On Vile's side, top damage, Lizzie, 722. Top team damage, Yami with, Jiffy with 8.
I will say what I do find a little bit interesting is, I forget which teams it was on the first week, but Team 2 managed to actually do something very similar to what Vile did this match and get this really early strong concave all the way from Echo 3, Delta 3, Charlie 4, Charlie 5, backing the other team into the corner, which I think was actually Revenants again. But Revenants...
real quick, sorry. I'm starting the 5-minute timer for Team 1 because there's no swap.
Roger. But Revenant's doing a good job of holding their line and punishing Team 2 for getting that concave and making them bleed damage in the process. So that's an interesting mirror between the first and third. We're our 3rd week, right? Yeah. I think it's 3rd week.
3rd week. Yeah. Do you want me to help pull up the map strats scene?
Sure. I will start drawing arrows.
Go ahead.
That's not right. Was something like that with their light pack there. And Vile had here, there later in the match, and they got all the way to there. So, interestingly, this built this little concave here for Vile, although they weren't actually able to grab Theta, which meant that Revenants was able to hold this little pocket at for most of the match, just this little quarter of the map, but it was enough to deal damage into especially this pack over here as they were coming up into Echo 3, which when they left the first time it wasn't too bad because they hadn't bled much. They were only down to like 83s and 87%, but that second time they actually committed to the full push to get this roughneck. They got taken down to the 60s and 70s%. So, which also left 2 of their mechs here and here, the Bane and the Night Gyre, more or less alone, allowing Jimmy with an E in the Jimmy with an E and the Flea to come up and finish Lizzie, who had been trading with Sleepy all match. And then allowed Sleepy to finish off the now alone Bowser back here. So it was interesting seeing Revenants being able to break this really strong concave for a second time on Canyon.
All right, Team 1 is already locked in. We're down to 4 minutes remaining now for Team 2 to do their lock. We do have a disconnect. Hopefully they make it back. Or hopefully they got someone on the bench ready to come fill in. We have a Yami disconnect, which Yami was the one who was taking the longest to connect on the first drop. So that makes me wonder if that's what was happening prior to the map ban, if Yami was having some connection issues. We know the servers have been kind of hit and miss the past few weeks. I haven't seen a lot of issues this week, besides that one match this morning where it got real choppy on Luthien. But other than that, even the quick drops that I did on stream during the week didn't seem like we were having a lot of disconnects. Oops, spell, start with spell. All right, I'm gonna go over to the lobby scene for y'all. So we are currently waiting for Team 2 to lock in. They've got right now 2.5 minutes left. Currently 7 on the roster. Yami did have a disconnect happen. Shall see. I'm sure that they'll be wanting to do the full 5 minutes, which I totally get. Getting ready to give them their 2-minute warning. The anticipation is like I'm waiting just to see someone up. There we go. Yami back in. Unfortunately, that's one of the things that we have no control on is our ISP.
Oh, hey, Lerm God's in chat. Hi, thank you for taking the lobby earlier, even though you weren't even present.
Yeah, Lerm God, if you rewatch the last matchup, for somehow your top left corner of the screen had your name on it. It was kind of funny.
And it was somehow your lobby, even though I created it. So that's interesting.
I figured that you put a hex on Zahn for not being around in the morning cast. Yeah, 1 minute left. We'll see if Luthien continues to cause us grief. Hoping not. Our last cast, the Luthien actually didn't seem to have any issues, so that was kind of nice. But what I don't remember is if that was an A or EU region that we were on for that.
They are all green.
Yep. Giving the 15 seconds, just because, and they're locked.
There's locked.
All right, we're good.
Here we go. So Alpha and Bravo spread for Revenants, whereas Bravo and Charlie is more populated for Vile.
Yeah, looks like. Let's see. Yep, I'm going to check. I wasn't muted still. Looks like because I've done that way too many times. Looks like Revenants. I was watching the end of the match on the live stream and not paying attention to which side the teams are on. Let's see.
They're same sides. Team
Okay.
2 is at the top, which should be Vile.
Let's see.
No,
Vile's team 2. Yeah, team 1's north. So it looks like Revenant's getting ready to play on the north side of the map here. Vile a little more spread out with 2 mechs, it looked like, in Alpha Lance. Looks like they will have the dominant control of the Gamma Cap early on. Likewise, Revenant's the dominant control of Sigma.
Yep. Give me just a second here. Bacon Lord in the Blackjack with light machine guns, ER large lasers. Jimmy with an E with the Aletha and ER mediums and heavy. Villian in the Roughneck with medium pulse E large. Carbon Fire in the Stone Rhino with ER large and Hag 40s. Iba in the Vulcan with snub nose and mag shots. Cougart in the Vinny with ER mediums and a binary. Canadian DJ in a Summoner with medium pulse and large pulse. And then Sleepy Human in the Bull Shark with small lasers and the ER large lasers. Go ahead.
Vile seems to be trying to be doing a full speed mid-range here, with only 2 mechs above 90 tons or above. Lizzie staying in that pulse laser summoner, Jiffy in an ER large gauze Madcap Mark II 1, and then Rickrom in a gauze vom Bull Shark Mako. So this does seem to be more of a mid-range push into them deck, or not necessarily push into them, but hold mid-range and wither them. So we'll see how this works.
That's funny. I use my mini-map more doing this than I do when I'm actually playing. Just because I was like, okay, I want to see where everybody's at.
Revenant's once again able to get the theta cap of the map early on. Similar to Canyon, although I would say even more so here on Luthien, that cap can be difficult to flip. There are a lot of Overwatch angles, although here comes Cauterizer in the Locust. He's almost able to neutralize it, not quite.
I made an incorrect assumption about Lizzie's Summoner. It's actually 4 ER large. Is that a set of 8? It is a set of 8.
I believe the, Jimmy with E getting in there quickly because he's rocking that Fire Moth.
Doesn't have any range, though. That's interesting. Oh, wait, no, it does. Plus 10% range. And HSL plus 1. Okay, that makes sense. So that Summoner can actually fire 3 ER large at once. And gets plus 10% range, so... My assumption was a little bit incorrect, though Vile is staying in this really small section of the map, actually.
Yeah, they must be in the middle of a major movement, because otherwise they should be spread out a little more to keep map control. Looks like they are moving all together in a similar direction.
Yeah, it looks like they want to push across that bridge, but it does seem like Revenants has spotted that Blackhawk moving in and is starting to pull away towards Sigma side.
Looks like with that mech they have up in the back for Vile, up on the rocks near Epsilon Cap, they may be trying to swing south towards the west side of the map to pressure Revenants into the line of sight of that mech to slowly bleed them out from long range.
Though now that Lizzie's alone over there, they are kind of taking some punishment from Sleepy and the Bull Shark. And Carbon in this Stone Rhino.
Yeah, it looks like Revenant's not playing into the line of sight. Is that the Summoner up on the back rock for Vile?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So yeah, staying away from that, forcing Vile to play a 7 versus 8 game. Still holding on to solid control of their 3 caps again.
Bowser might actually go down here soon if he can't keep protecting that left torso. Just because XL Blackhawk.
Yep.
Does seem that Lizzie has gotten back up to the top there in the Summoner, though, so they might be able to time this for a small advance here.
Bacon Lord in this Blackjack taking an interesting position. I haven't personally seen a lot of mechs up on that particular rock right above the Theta Cat, but he's making good use of that position to be a real nuisance to Jiffy and the Mad Cat there. Although Bacon Lord up there taking some fire and having to drop down now. Vile making quite a move around the back of Revenant's spawn with 5 mechs. Standing on the Kappa point and making a push here. But Revenant's whole team is there. Vile's going to have to realize this and realize that they cannot make this push. Although with a couple of mechs coming up from behind on Theta, they may be able to make something happen there, but they've got to wait for those mechs to get in the fight as well. Lizzie and that summon are still way far back by the spawn. I don't know how much work that's going to be able to do from way back there.
That's something we can math. Hang on.
Cauterizer and that Locust not quite able to swing Revenant's home cap there. Revenant's with quite a firing line. Vile gonna be rough pushing into this. Bowser and that Blackhawk looking real rough, as well as Yami and the Vulcan down to 31%.
Yeah.
That Vulcan can spread damage like crazy, but it cannot survive forever.
It does seem that, especially as Revenants is pulling further back here, Lizzie's position is increasingly in a bad spot. Just with where this black liner is, where Quicksilver was, that's 1,400 meters away from where Lizzie was. So any further than that, even with that plus 10% range,
Bowser went down.
Yep, Lizzie moving up now. Vile wisely taking this opportunity to flip the Theta cap, but they are so far behind on caps now, and now down several kills as every few seconds they seem to bleed another mech. Down 3 kills and have not taken a mech off of Revenants yet. A couple of mechs from Revenants almost down, but the firepower from Vile quickly dwindling. As they lose another one, they're on the edge of not being able to bring this back.
Yep. Revenants just
Although
lost
they do take out Bacon Lord.
Yeah.
Several mechs still fairly fresh from Vigilance, including the Locust. That is very key late game if they are going to make this into a cap game, but the caps are critical now.
The Vulcan's going to go down here in a moment to this Fire Moth. Both of its legs are cherry red.
Rick Ramen, the Bull Shark, one of Vigilance's few remaining fresh mechs, but he's being harassed from multiple sides and is now kind of out on his own.
Yeah, Rick Rom's going to get tag teamed here by 3 of them. Cougar, Iva, and Canadian DJ all on him. Take one with him.
Although as Rick Rom goes down here, Vile's 2 remaining mechs chasing... What is this? The Fire Moth from Revenants, Jimmy with an E. Although not able to secure the kill or take a leg off of him, and the Vile does not have a lot of options left. Looks like Cauterizer and the Locust going around to try to flip Sigma. That's going to take him some time, though. Revenant's about to flip back Theta, and it looks like Revenants is probably going to take this drop as well. So many of their mechs severely damaged, but just up so many numbers and still up on the caps. And with Cauterizer going down, Vile is out of options.
Apparently. I would like to point out that Jimmy with an E is... when I pull up their paper doll, they are missing their left leg, so it's a similar situation with the Black Liner from the other week. They've probably got like less than 1 structure left. Though they get to keep that less than 1 structure, because that's it.
Revenant's taking the second drop. Grab you the stats.
Yeah, Lizzie does almost do okay damage, though, so...
Let's check that out. And there it is. Alright. So, on the Revenant side, top damage, the Canadian DJ at 707. On the other side, it is, in fact, Lizzie with 956. Top team damage, Iva at 32. All right, we do have a side swap as we move into the third drop on Ruby.
And then Ruby.
And I want to say sides are good. Off Revenants all the same tag. So, all right, I will get the timer started for Team 1.
I think it's been a fairly similar story for both of these last two drops. Vile not necessarily taking bad engagements, but being forced to make the first move. Revenant's able to receive. The thing enabling that, both of these last two drops, is Revenant's taking the Theta Cap in the middle of the map early and being able to hold it. That alone puts the pressure on Vigilance to keep making the moves, and they're doing the right thing, trying to look for an angle to put that pressure on, but Revenant's responding very well, denying any move that Vigilance is making, holding that cap, making Vigilance increasingly desperate throughout the drop, and being able to hold on when Vigilance finally makes their decisive move.
I'm going to guess they're busy trying to figure things out. Team sides look good. Revenant's all marked Revenant, so I'm just going to start it. It's that television thing. It's like, nope, they're not focusing on the match chat. They don't care about match chat. They want to deal with getting their team ready.
Level. Sorry, what?
Huh? So, well, that, and it looks like Yami once again is not on the roster or in the lobby. So I don't know if that's another issue that's continuing to happen each time, or if they're gonna fill another spot. So we'll see. I will make sure to still give them their counters. And you did. Let's see. There was a side swap. Let me get my side swap done now, because that. All right. So Vigilance is now on the left side.
And speaking of the side swap, based on what I was saying with the previous matches, Revenants being able to hold the Theta Cap and that swinging the entire tone of the match, they have Team 2 advantage to Theta on Rubelite Oasis here. The Theta Cap being kind of on a slope that is angled downhill toward Team 2 side. A Fire Moth or other light mech, ideally a Fire Moth though, from Team 2 does have a slight time advantage to capturing Theta at the beginning of the match, and then it is also much easier to deny the opponents from capping it if you're on the Team 2 side. So Revenants may be going for a similar thing here, holding Kappa in the north, their home cap Sigma, and the Theta point. If they can do that, they can do exactly what they've done the previous two drops and force Vile into making disadvantageous engagements. So if I were Vile, I would be very careful about that, keep that in mind, and be racking my brain or possibly even pulling out a prepared strat for this very situation to make sure that Revenants cannot keep doing that.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, Zon, if you wanted to cover your arrows, Team 2 looks like they're green and ready to call their lock as soon as we switch it over. So Team 1's got 3 minutes left. So you got a couple minutes.
Yeah, so ultimately it was another really good it wasn't really a concave this time, but it was a good hold position from Revenants trying to hang on to this section of the map. Ultimately, Vile would group up here, move across, group up again, and then push across the bridge, eventually making their way to try and backstab near Kappa, but that would not come to fruition. Revenant's doing a really good job of sticking together, mostly in this low ground here, and just responding to whatever, holding the 3 cap and trying just to respond to whatever Vile does as one, and not letting their light pack try and get in and get any picks or pushes from really anywhere. This dotted line is about 1,500 meters away from where Lizzie was positioned back here in Echo 6, so this was ultimately like the very max effective range of that summoner, and I think for most of the drop, Revenants was just slightly beyond that in like the 18 to 1900 meter range, which the summoner could still hit because of the plus 10% range quirk, but still, it wasn't much damage at that point.
Yeah, the damage that you'd be doing at that range is, when you're engaged in a fight, from Revenant's perspective, that kind of damage is negligible, even if it's hitting you in the back. For an assault mech, it can easily shrug off the 5 to 10 damage that ER Larges would be doing at that range. Not forever, but for a couple strikes.
Yeah, and ultimately with both Sleepy and I think it was Cauterizer in the SR2, and the Bullshark 6, not 6, the Bullshark 2 as well, also 2, both had the range to be able to fire back at Lizzie, and no matter what, even though they were inside of this max range thing, they were able to win their trades in a 2v1. So that Overwatch ultimately wasn't, I mean, it did a lot of damage, but ultimately it wasn't super helpful, I don't think.
I'm going to switch back over to lobby view. We're about to hit the 30-second mark left for Team 1 to lock in, utilizing as much of the 5 minutes as they can.
It's going to be fun to clean up between the 30 seconds I'm going to have between matches.
Vile definitely brainstorming something here, using every bit of their timer. They were at 490 tons just 10 seconds before their timer expired, and now it looks like they're finally all green and locked in. Heavily in Charlie Lance, which suggests to me an early Kappa play.
It's a strat. Using the full 5 minutes, making sure you got everything ready to go. Every little possible strat, everything you can possibly do. And
I did get the Lances mixed up. Charlie Lance is not the one for an early Kappa play, but they are heavy in Alpha, which is the Lance for an early Kappa play.
It almost makes me wonder if they're going to try and go Kappa and then take Shelf. Just try and take like D6, Echo 6, Echo 4, Echo 5, and hold that northern part of the map, try and make it a north-south fight rather than an east-west.
That would be to their advantage because, as I was talking about earlier, an east-west split would favor Revenants to keep control of Theta, which has been Vile's bane in these last 2 drops.
All right, Revenant down to 4 minutes remaining. Longbow's asking. Oh, okay, yep. Oh, let's see. Zon caught it.
Was it 2 or was it 3? I don't remember. It was ER large LMG. I didn't catch the number of ER large, but it was ER large LMG.
Oh, on the arrow build, I believe, from what I could see, it looked like 2 ER large. 3 ER large would be quite heavy for that, and it looked like I could only see 2 beams as I was watching.
Team 2 is locked. All right. Third drop. Here we go. Maybe. Son?
Oh, right. I have the lobby.
All right. Here we go, folks.
Man, I wish I was able to mount my second monitor somewhere. I could actually look at chat and the lobby at the same time.
Hang it from a string from the ceiling.
I'm getting ready to do that. Just have my stuffed dragon over here. Just lean it against that.
Alrighty. Let's see how the connections go. Yami not in this drop. So everybody's connected. All right. So let's do this.
I'm not.
Besides who will be connected momentarily. All right, you got time because I gotta call out all the stuff on their side. All right, starting off in Jiffy's mech, we have the Summoner with medium pulse lasers and large pulse lasers, Carterizer the Fire Moth with micro pulse across the board, Quicksilver and the Vindy with ER mediums and a binary laser, Kippers and Shadow Cat with AP Gauss plasma cannons, Bowser and the Black Lantern with ER mediums and a heavy large, Rick Rom and the Executioner with ER smalls and micro laser and ER PPC, Chimera in a Grand Summoner with Proto AC-8 plasma cannon, and finally Lizzie in the Warhammer 2C with large pulse lasers.
Oh, that's why Dyer was playing that Urban Mech earlier. Let's see. Pulse Laser Summoner, Gauss ER Large Corsair. Where's your other big mech? And ER Large Bullshark 6. So it does seem that Revenants is going to try and make this a longer to mid-range fight again.
And Jimmy with an E getting in and taking care of getting some time on Theta.
Vile not playing as aggressively early on for Kappa as I thought they might. Revenant's actually going to get the first capture on Kappa, and not a lot of contest from Vile. They are sending a mech down to Epsilon, but here we see again Revenants with the early 3-cap, including Theta. Looks like a mech from Revenants looking to top off the lead on that Theta cap. The higher that is captured, the more difficult it's going to be for Vile to take it back later.
It does seem Vile does want to try and take this Echo 6 upper region here, though. They're dedicating 3 mechs to it. And I will say, I do always like that I can tell which mech is Quicksilver immediately with those light cyan legs on every single one. It's a nice consistency. Yeah, here comes Vile trying to take the top with the Warhammer, both Summoners and the Vindicator. Dyer's gonna have to get out of here pretty soon, which she does start to do now.
Vile with the heavy presence here, but kind of staying bunched up there, not making a lot of moves.
They are attempting to start and do Theta, though. So it does seem like something is still looking at it from Revenant's side.
Yep, Cauterizer trying to flip Theta back. Vigilance
Kappa
also
too.
trying to flip Kappa. Theta not too far from going neutral again, although it is contested. Vile gradually pushing down further towards Kappa. Very heavy presence around it now. Although they are taking a lot of heat for it. Quicksilver and Kippers there may be able to take out Bacon Lord and the Summoner if they can pounce on him quickly. But it looks like he is going to be able to escape there. Or at least get back to cover and live for now.
The Vigilance Fire Moth has officially been pushed off of Theta, with the Summoner getting lines of sight on it.
Although Vigilance should be able to flip Theta here as Lizzie steps on, gradually taking it down, but is denied. Revenants.
Yep, they take out Bacon.
Revenants with just enough presence here, but as Bacon goes down, it looks like Vigilance is going to have a better opportunity to flip that Kappa point back.
They might also be able to pick the Blanner and Bullshark here if they're aggressive enough, which it looks like they're going to try and do.
Although Revenant's doing a good job taking their cap lead, as Vigilance has been occupied here very heavily on Kappa. Revenant's light mech out there. That's probably the Fire Moth Jimmy over there on Epsilon, flipping it back, keeping the caps in Revenant's favor.
Notably, they have stopped trying to get Kappa as well.
Yes, leaving it in Revenant's favor. Vigilance deciding this is a no cap kill all kind of strategy that they have to pivot to. Both teams even on kills, fairly even on armor. Chimera from Vigilance very weak though.
And Sleepy's right torso's open, though he's red percentage, which might mean that's an XL, which would actually kind of surprise me.
You see what the loadout is on that Bullshark from Sleepy?
6 ER large, 6 small. So that,
yeah, I would not expect an XL engine from that build, but it's possible, I suppose, if you wanted to get a lot of extra cooling.
Ooh, Dyer goes down in the Irby. But with only a 1-kill lead, and they are getting both Kappa and Sigma now. Vile will have a 3-cap soon, but...
Only for a moment, as Jimmy with an E from Revenants keeping the caps in Revenant's favor, going back to flip Gamma.
Oh, yep, Sleepy did just get habbed, so it definitely was not XL. Which, again, would have been surprising if it was, but...
The fight's still fairly even here with a lot of very damaged mechs from both sides. Unfortunately, that puts things very much in Revenant's favor. Vile having to be very aggressive here if they're going to wrap this fight up in time to take caps back.
Oh, Sleepy might go down next year, though. He is cooking. Thanks to the Exy pushing up on him. No, Bowser's the next to go down.
Yep, and with the Vindicator and Shadowcat both critically low, below 30% from Vile, again, they are running out of options.
Yeah, there goes Quicksilver. DJ is open CT and open head. Oh, but the XE just... Oh, never mind. The XE is very dead.
As Ericrom just dropped. Kipper's down to 19%. Carderizo's still 90. Jimmy with an E
Oh
holding
my
up.
god, how
Jimmy
is
with an E
Kipper's
holding
not
a
dead?
94.
How is Kipper's not dead? Everything is red.
Good duct tape.
Yeah, but Shadowcat, another one of those mechs similar to the Vulcan that can spread damage quite well, and not unusual to see it surviving at 20% like he is.
As everyone in Quick Play can attest to. It's always the Shadowcat.
Yep. Cauterizer coming in, trying to take out Carbon Fire in the Corsair. Might be able to do it. And he does. He does get that one extra kill. Unfortunately, probably not going to make the difference in this match.
Does get the half on the Shadowcat, and the Shadowcat goes down. Okay.
Unfortunately, just not enough time left.
And Jimmy's right behind him now, and I don't think he knows.
Oh, he knows now.
Definitely knows now. Yeah, but with Revenants coming up on 700 points here, I don't think it's going to matter. Even though that was a really nice 2 kills in a row. And there goes Cauterizer.
So down to the wire on kills here in drop 3. And an even better showing each drop, I would say, from Vile. But even bringing it this close, Vile not being able to bring this one home.
There's paper on Kippers.
Though I do see why they were trying to get a delay as long as possible, because Chimera was the one that showed up for the 3rd match.
Yeah. All right. And with
GG's
that,
though.
that's 3 wins for Revenants. Let me get your damage numbers for this match. Refresh. Alrighty. So this one on Vile side, top damage, Quicksilver 424. Revenant side, top damage is Carbon Fire with 936. Top team damage, Quicksilver with 14.
All right, and that'll do it.
Yeah, that's it for this one. Revenants will move forward, and they'll be taking on Coalition next week. So that'll be another fun lineup. We have our last match here in about 45 minutes, a little under 45 minutes, which will be MechWarrior6.com versus 228 Reapers. What do you predict, Byron?
Oh, I mean, Reapers is going to win 8-0. We're not going to lose a single mech here. 3 drops. That's it. We'll be done in 30 minutes.
There's your prediction. Everybody in chat. There's your.
Do not quote me on that. That is sarcasm for those who cannot tell. I mean, hey, MechWarrior 6 has been... They made it to top 12. They deserve to be here. They've played well. They're not as organized, from what I hear, as previous years, but they still have a lot of comp veterans. We're going to have to be on our toes over on Reapers to make sure we can take this home.
There you go. All right, I'll see you folks back in about 40 minutes. So thanks for coming out, and we'll see you again
soon, TM.